Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Saturday Morning TVLog. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog. And this time around, it's the Biskitts, brought to us by Hanna-Barbera. Hey everyone, this is the Big D. Dole's the name, but you also refer to me as the Big D. So, you want to know what this show is, the Biskitts. Well, in my opinion, this is probably one of the most forgotten 80s Saturday morning shows of all time in my book. There are many others, but the Biskitts is among one of the top 5, I do believe. Yeah. Anyway, after having success with the Smurfs and Shark Tales and Munchies, which happened to premiere the same year this came out, the Biskitts premiered in 1983 on CBS, and eventually, it's kind of a surprise in a way. Now, of course, the intro starts out as we show off Tiny Biscuit Castle in the swamps, and that's the home to the Biskitts, the smallest dogs in the world. Give me 1 second. Now, for many years, kings from long ago have entrusted these little canines to shine up their treasures all the time, as you can see from the cover art of the complete series set, which I got for my birthday last year. Anyway, however, in a nearby castle lies the cruel yet wasteful King Max, who that's the villain of the show, and along with him is, well, his jester Shecky, who is kind of a silly at times. But anyway, and of course, he also has his henchhounds Fang and Snarl, and they go after him. So he's in a way similar to Gargamel, like Gargamel is to the Smurfs. Only he's more interested in the treasures and what have you. Now, as you can see by the looks of the Biskitts, they are modeled after Robin Hood. Yep. And well, anyway, it's explained in the opening narration that due to the good reputation for responsibility and security that the Biskitts have, other kings have entrusted their treasures to be safeguarded by these little anthropomorphic dogs. Sorry, I can't get that right word. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Anyway, now, each week, the Biskitts have all sorts of fun-filled adventures and what have you. I mean, now, if you're into stuff like the Smurfs or the Munchies, this might be worth looking into. But anyway, now, not only is King Max their only worry, their other biggest worry is a wild cat named Scratch, who really wants to have those little biscuits for his meal and what have you. So, anyway, we have our Biskitts and what have you. Now among some of the main ones, the more popular ones is Wags. He's the leader, and then there's his gal pal Sweets, who is absolutely cute and what have you. Shiner, who of course by the little black circle right there, I'll show you. Yeah, of course, Well, not all the Biskitts are on this cover art, but that's Shiner right there. Yes, he's probably one. I got why he's very lazy and selfish and what have you, and he kind of wants to get leadership. He's almost in a way like Brainy Smurf is sometimes, except he don't get thrown on his head all the time. Thank you very much. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here's another one on here. There's Lady. Yeah, she's posh and she likes to stay clean and pretty and all that jazz. Let's see, Oh yeah, there's Sweets right there. I'm sorry Wags isn't on the cover. He is on the back art though. That's Wags right there in the middle. All the treasure that the Biskitts take care of. Let's see. What's And I think this is who I think is Bump. He's strong, but he's a bit dim and clumsy and what have you. And there's also, oh yeah, and Spinner. He's the oldest and a wiser Biscuit, and the little one with Shiner is Scab. He's the youngest of the Biscuits. There's others. There's Mooch, who's pretty fat and gluttonous, who always thinks about food. Yeah, I kind of think of him as a precursor to Tummy Gummy, sort of. And Downer, who's pretty unhappy and cowardly. But anyway, and there's lots of others too. So, anyway, now there's lots of pretty good episodes and what have you. Now, there is actually one episode that actually involves Halloween. It was in episode 7, A Biskit Halloween, yes. So anyway, I think that this is probably a great show. After watching all the episodes, I need to rewatch these again. But I think The Biskitts is a pretty underrated show. It's cute, it's fun, and what have you. So, would I suggest it? Well, sure, go ahead. I mean, if you can find this on Amazon or somewhere for a reasonable price, I got it for about less than $20. There's only 13 episodes produced, but each episode has 2 cartoons on here. So, overall, you get a total of 26 cartoons. And, yes. And, but anyway, I got this title. I really wanted to rewatch this just for fun, what have you. Unfortunately, since this is Hanna-Barbera, unfortunately, not all the episodes actually have the Hanna-Barbera swirling star at the end. You know, but now I believe 4 episodes actually, 4 of the 13 out of 13 actually do have it. But I told myself it's cool. It's not the first time some shows have been brought back after all these years. They don't have the swirling star and what have you. But anywho, which of course everybody knows that was Hanna-Barbera's most popular logo, of course, aside from the Zoom HB that they used in the late 60s into the early 70s. But anyway, now, before I finish, the cast of voiceovers are pretty good. There's Daryl Hickman, who voices Wags. Jerry Hauser does Shiner, and Kathleen Helpy is Sweets. Bob Holt does Bump and Spinner. Lady is voiced by B.J. Ward, who, of course, has also done some work for Hanna-Barbera. She's done the underrated 70s cartoon character Janet the Jungle, and she also did Wonder Woman for the Superpowers team, Galactic Guardians, the last Super Friends series. Bob Holt's a big veteran. He's done numerous work for Hanna-Barbera. Dick Beals voices Scat. Let's see, and Henry Gibson, most of y'all know him best for voicing Wilbur in the original Charlotte's Web. And of course, he's also best known for his work on Rowan Martin's Laugh and lots of other stuff. He voices Downer. Jennifer Darling, who would later go on to, who that same year would do voice acting work for Dungeons and Dragons, which also debuted on CBS, as well as do voice acting work for the original Ninja Turtles. Oh yeah, and also she had the year before that did voice acting work for the Gary Coleman Show, another Hanna-Barbera series. She's Wiggle. King Max is voiced by Kenneth Mars. Most of y'all know him from some movies. Well, he played oh, I don't know what he is, a Bobby or something with that screw-on hand in Young Frankenstein. He also played that crooked sheriff in the Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. He did lots of voice acting work, most notably King Triton in Disney's The Little Mermaid. Let's see, next would be Kip King, who voices Shecky. And, oh yeah, Kenneth Mars and Pierre Cullen, who of course was doing voice acting for Pac-Man at the time. Because he did Sourpuss's vocal effect. Pierre Cullen, who of course would later go on to voice Optimus Prime in the original Transformers. And of course, he'd also do voice acting for Dungeons and Dragons as well as another CBS show that came on the same year this did, and that was Sari Supercade. Cullen also voiced Scratch as well. Now, of course, Mars and Cullen provide the vocal effects for Fang and Snarl. So anyway, the Biskitts, I think, is probably one of the most underrated 80s tunes ever. If you're into shows like the Smurfs or maybe Munchies or even the Shirt Tales, give this a try. You might like it, but if you don't, well, can't say I didn't try. Like I said, you can find this on the Warner Shop. You can find it on Amazon. Good luck in finding this. This is probably one show that has not been seen in ages. Now, the only time I remember catching this, it was on the USA Cartoon Express. But after that, it has never been seen again, not even on Cartoon Network or Boomerang. Now, however, international versions of Boomerang and Cartoon Network, I do believe aired that. So anyway, that's going to do it. That'll do it for my Saturday Morning TVLog of the Biskitts. Now, if you've seen the Biskitts, tell me what you thought about in the comments section. Like and subscribe as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me again next Saturday when I tackle another little cartoon, which will be one of those shows I mentioned, the Shirt Tales. So, thank you again for watching. Now, if you liked what you saw, you can check out some of these recent Saturday Morning TVLogs. In the upper left-hand corner is the first installment of my Saturday Morning TVLog special of top favorite Saturday morning cartoons of the 80s. Or go to the upper right-hand corner to see part 2 of that ranking. And the bottom left-hand corner is last Saturday morning's TVLog on the Smurfs. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya!